Awesome. We're live. Oh man, welcome to Beyond Cancer with Marina Blackford. I'm so excited to be here. It's the first live in October, which is a big month for survivors, particularly breast cancer survivors. And so, welcome. I am going to allow some time for people to hop on to the live. If you're here watching this in playback, thank you. You're still going to get lots of good stuff from it. I would love to see you put in the comments where you're watching from and just say hi so I can see your name and um yeah, respond. I respond to all the comments. So you can find the lives by going to my YouTube channel and subscribing and turning on notifications. That's the best way. I will usually post the day before I'm going live. Sometimes there's a month schedule. My goal is always 2 lives a month, but I'm really trying to hit more for you because I love connecting. It's my favorite part of having a YouTube channel is being able to actually put, you know, kind of a face to you all and know that I'm helping people. So, the lives, here how they go. It's an update with me in real time as a two-time breast cancer survivor. It is something that might be inspiring me, so I try to pay it forward to you. Sometimes it's in the form of what I'm up to or resources I come across and I answer your questions. So this is your time. So feel free to say hi and ask your questions. And thank you for being patient because the technology is always changing and I love learning, thankfully. But where I thought I had my lives all set up, my studio, I had to fix it just before coming on live. So but this is what it's like being a dental hygienist turned YouTuber. So a little bit about my story. I was diagnosed 10 years ago. It's been 10 years since my first breast cancer diagnosis. I was 31. Um, I was dating my now husband and I had just qualified for the Boston Marathon, which is kind of cool. Really cool. And what I've been working on lately, there's been opportunities for me to speak and share my story, is reminding myself and therefore reminding others that we were all once somewhere we thought we could never get to. So maybe you're in that place now, or maybe you've forgotten that you've done something difficult before. But if I look back on it, this my whole life, whether it's being a two-time survivor or a Boston Marathon qualifier, none of it was grounded in this strong belief that I could do it. It was only grounded in the belief that I could take the next step. Because if I'm being honest, what I used to say as somebody who can now tell you I'm a runner is that I used to say I'm not a runner. I'll never run a marathon. And instead of 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 pushing that away, I just got curious about it. I thought, well, if I was a runner, what would that look like? And I went and bought a pair of running shoes. And then found a running group in community and just started to challenge myself, which I think if you haven't challenged yourself in a while in life, in a good way, will be challenged with just, everyday living, right? Like we own a house. We've been here 7 years. It seems like we're in that season of like new water heater, new this, new that. But if you haven't challenged yourself personally in a while for growth in your job or physically or mentally with reading a new book, it can feel kind of stagnant. And so again, instead of thinking I have to read so many books in a year, I have to run so many miles, maybe you could just start with one and see where it takes you and see if that's something that you're like, wow, that felt new and different. That's exciting. Maybe I could do more. And so it's going from impossible to possible by just taking the next step. And I know as somebody that said I wasn't a runner and I would never run a marathon. And then I was diagnosed with breast cancer a week after qualifying. That if I would have looked at the big picture, it would have scared me to death. The marathon, beating cancer, starting a YouTube, If I would have known all the things I'd have to learn to get to, like, the finish line, I don't think I would have done any of those. And having cancer is just a reminder, of course, you're gonna take the next step because life is worth it, you're worth it. But it can be overwhelming, and you don't have to always know the big picture, especially when you're, like, one of those people that wants full control. Your doctors will help you make lifestyle changes that help you feel better, and in the end, you'll get to where you need to be. Because I think a component that's really big in all of this, it was the idea of, "What if my life is happening for me?" And when I put that in place in my mind when all of this was going down, whether it was qualifying for the marathon and then being told I had cancer and having to start chemo and losing my hair and losing my breasts and having more surgeries and lumpectomies and staph infection, cancer again. If I would have looked at it in a way of, why is this happening to me? It just makes me feel heavy and stuck. But if I phrase it as, what if this is happening for me? Then it's just kind of a ride that I have no real control over. And I can choose how I view it. And then I can choose the next step and the next step. And I can tell you here, as I tell you, I'm a two-time survivor. I'm 4 years from my last treatment, triple negative breast cancer twice, BRCA1 positive, full hysterectomy in menopause, that I've had the most interesting ride that I could have never created on my own. And so there must be some aspect in our life that is guiding us. And if you believe that, then you don't have to feel so anxious about what to do next. You can just be on the ride and make the next choice. All right. First comments on, and it's from my friend Crystal G. And Crystal shared some news with us that was really heavy this week. And so I just want to tell you, Crystal, you're in my thoughts. She says, "Hi, Marina. I'm so glad I'm able to make the live. I really need it today." Crystal shared that she has a diagnosis of um, cancer returning. And so if anybody's faithful and prays, I think Crystal could really use that. I am faithful, Crystal. So I would be, um, I will be praying for you. And Alma says, "Good morning, Marina. Sending Crystal G good vibes." Alma is a supporter of the channel, which is huge, huge. Alma, it is not easy for me to show up all the time just because I feel very busy in life. And I love connecting with people, and the fact that people want to support my channel by being a member, it's really means something. So thank you for being here and sending Crystal good vibes. R. Ruiz says, "Hello here from Central Valley, California." Hello. Hi, California. You know us Arizonans come that way. Usually to the beach, but we love it. Thank you for being here. I'm in Arizona, and so I don't change my time zone, so I'm always trying to remember to make sure that I'm putting the right time zone when the lives are, but they're usually about the same time, which is this 10 a.m. PT time, and that could change when the time changes in November, but stay tuned, and I'll let you know. So, it's October. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's huge, it's everywhere. And as a survivor, I have felt different about it at different years in my life. I'm at a point of feeling very empowered in my life because I'm making choices again. I have chosen to be on the survivor board for a local nonprofit for breast cancer, Check for a Lump, and I help raise awareness and funds for them. They provide free mammograms to women that can't afford it, that don't have insurance. They provide free wigs. They provide resources for survivors. It's great. And so this year, I'm really embracing October. And so if you're out there and you're unsure what to do in October, you have choices. You can do a walk or run and see if that helps you feel connected and see all the people that are affected by something that's important to you. You could raise money for a local nonprofit because they can always use that. Yes.
Can I have goldfish?
Yeah, you can have some
I don't know how to get it. Wait, where's the bag of them?
in the pantry.
Okay.
Okay. That's my 5-year-old Capri.
I don't know how to open
Try some other crackers.
I want to get those ones.
You can get them.
Can you help me open them?
Just do your best or bring them here. It's fall break in Arizona, so we have kids at home. Yay. Okay. You can donate to a local nonprofit. You can volunteer your time. You can help hand out packets to walks or runs. I used to do that in the past before I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I would just volunteer and help hand out stuff for races. So there's so many different ways that you can get involved this October. Now, if you're in treatment, there could be resources available to you, actually a lot this month. So pay attention to social media if you feel like you can. Oh, you want these? Okay. Yeah. There you go. A lot of local businesses want to support survivors, and they're providing free spa days, things like that. I've seen that stuff come up on my socials. So if you're local to Phoenix, send me a message and I'll try to respond on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at Marina Blackford. You can stay on YouTube and comment. You can also send me emails at info@Marina Blackford. As the Beyond Cancer coach, I do help women through treatment. I am moving coaching more to life coaching. I want to help people do their big goal or dream, whether it's starting YouTube or running a marathon, but I'm working on that. So if you want information on how to work with me as a life coach or a very personal coach to help you through treatment, you can send me a message at info@Marina Blackford, and I'm there to help you. Let me see here. I want to share what Crystal is feeling. Thank you. I have confidence that I can live a long, comfortable, healthy life. Stage 4 is not my death sentence. Your channel and this community will help me stay positive. 100%, Crystal. It's how we view things. I have stage 4 friends that are many years out from that diagnosis. And yes, they do treatment. Yes, they do scans. And it's just part of the journey, but they live a full life. A lot of them volunteer. A lot of them have started nonprofits. A lot of them travel. Whatever's important to you, you can do. And I feel like that's our right as cancer survivors, people on the journey, is allowing cancer to kind of shift your thinking in a way that can help you. It's easy to say that cancer disrupted your life because it did, and it's easy to say it took things away, but if you pause and allow it to change you in a way that is for the better, then that's giving cancer the big smackaroo. How dare you, but I'm going to do something because of this. I was putting off the trip, and now I'm going to actually plan for it. I was going to do the thing, whatever the thing is. It's different for all of us. I'm going to actually start taking one step towards it today. So I would love if you are benefiting from my channel and you can give even a little bit. I will drop my link for my fundraising that I'm doing this year for Blood Cancer United. I am running another marathon. Why? The Disney World Marathon on behalf of Blood Cancer United. And I do need to raise quite a bit of money. So if you feel like you could donate to support that race and me and cancer research, I'd greatly, greatly appreciate it. So I'm going to put the link to that in the comments as soon as I find it. And then I welcome your input. What are your thoughts on Breast Cancer Awareness Month? What does it mean to you? Is there something you are going to do this month that will help you feel like you're doing something after being told you have cancer, like giving back? Giving back. That's the goal. Okay, let me see here. Find my link. Disney World Marathon. TNT. It's through Team in Training, which is cool. Here we go. Yay. I wish I could just tell you the link, but it's so long. Okay. I appreciate you all so much. Any amount would help me feel like I'm getting closer to my goal because it's getting really close. And I want to make sure that I reach the commitment that I set for myself. So there's a link. And this is a tax deductible donation since it's an official nonprofit. And it'll help me create a new dream. My love language is quality time. So, getting to go experience Disney World Marathon, go for the first time, and take my family and create that memory as a 2-time survivor, I can't tell you how meaningful that is. And I am in my training now. I've just hit my double digits a couple weeks ago. And sometimes I'm running and I'm telling myself, why am I doing another marathon? One, because I know I can, but two, because it's linked so strongly to a great memory that I'll have with my family. And it's just proving that I'm still here. And I know I don't need to prove anything. I don't need to, but it's just exciting to do something new. And I'm emotional about it because I just still can't believe that I've been through a lot or you've been through a lot and we still can get the choice to do this kind of stuff. So I tell myself I'm choosing to do it, but I need your help. All right. So that's what else is going on. Other update. I put a post on the channel. Did you guys see? I put a video last week before and then a little post this week. But it's important to get your screenings done. So as a 2-time survivor and someone that follows up with their oncologist I think I'm on 6 months now instead of 3 months. We talked about other screenings. And so having BRCA1, it is important to get a baseline of a pancreas MRI because you are at a, I like saying slight, they'll say moderate, whatever. Tomato. A slight increased risk of pancreatic cancer. So getting a pancreas MRI if you have BRCA is important, and ask your oncology team when it's time to do that. And another baseline screening would be your colonoscopy. So this week I had my colonoscopy. It was wonderful. The prep is the worst, as they say. I was given 2 little liquid bottles that I mixed with water and drank the night before, and then like hours before, then like 5 hours before you have that done. It eliminates everything from your body. So for a couple days before that, you're doing low fiber. You're doing like chicken and rice, jello, no red dyes, no raw fruits or vegetables, just really, really kind of a bland diet. That was fine. I was okay with that. And then you do 1 full day of just a liquid diet before. And that was also okay. I was getting hungry. Of course, I modified my marathon training because of this. I did find some really amazing bone broth because you can drink that when you are prepping. And a friend of mine recommended this brand, and I found it on Amazon, and it is awesome. So good. So I am going to pull it up. I'm going to link it for anybody that's in treatment. I will also be adding it to my Amazon store because a lot of people struggle with nutrition and taste during chemo. And I loved this product. So let me share the bone broth I had. It's an organic chicken bone broth. It was delicious. The way it comes and the fact that I can order it from Amazon was so easy. I will probably even order their variety pack next. I just stuck with chicken for this journey, right? For colonoscopy. Didn't want to mess that up. Hi, Esmeralda. Thanks for saying hi. Okay, I'm going to link this product now. So this brand, go find it on Amazon. It's an organic broth. It has 10 grams of protein, 50 calories, not too much sodium at all. I actually added a little sprinkle of sea salts because that has great minerals. But it was fabulous. The ingredients: filtered water, organic chicken bones and feet, organic onions, organic carrots, organic celery, Himalayan sea salt, organic black peppercorn, and organic bay leaves. That's it. And it's just, of course, you can make this yourself. Go for it, by the way. But if you want easy, I got like a 6-pack of these, and I would just you just boil it on a pot on the stove, pour it into a mug, and just sip it. Wow, so nutritious. If you're in chemo, please check this out. I've just linked that in the comments for you. And I will definitely add it to my store. Esmeralda says, hello, it's great to see you. Thanks for being here on the live, first live of October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're just talking about things we can do to feel empowered in the month of October, taking the next step forward when you feel stuck or unsure or there's no way, just take the next step. And I was saying how much that's helped me in my life, whether it's marathon training, getting through cancer treatment, starting a YouTube. It was just like, what would the next step be? And do that, and do that, and do that. All right. R. Ruiz says, my local Lindy Welding Supply Company provided me with a dry ice for my cold capping at a very, very low cost, almost at no cost. They run these prices all throughout their chain for cancer patients. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So your company did that. They provided you with the dry ice. Yes, because you have to transport your items sometimes with dry ice. Is that the idea? That's so great. In that kind of stuff, it's really neat. You don't realize what's available to help you until you kind of start sharing or asking. And so if you're a very closed off person, that's okay. But talk to somebody at your cancer center, like a nurse navigator, that might have resources that could help you, like getting a free wig, like getting a free lymphatic massage free. Maybe that's something they bill your insurance, but taking advantage of these resources that will help you feel better, um, that are there for you. There's a lot of nonprofits that want to help. The first journey, I was, single, supporting myself, and so having time off work was challenging when I would have time off for surgeries. So a local nonprofit just provided gas cards and grocery gift cards and a free cleaning service for your house. And it's like, thank you. I mean, normally I'm kind of like, oh, I'm not, it's fine. Give that to somebody else that needs it. But it really helped. It really did. So look for those resources that are out there. And I always feel like when you feel like you can't take, to don't worry, your time to give will be there too. That's life. Someone will give, and then it'll be your turn, and that's how it goes. Esmeralda, so glad can see your live, watching you while waiting for my radiation. Oh, I'm so glad you could see my live too. How are you doing through radiation? I hope you're getting close to halfway or done. Radiation for me was a lot easier than chemo because I wasn't nauseous, I wasn't sick, but it's still very fatiguing. It's very tiring, and you kind of forget that during radiation because you're just laying on a table and they're just doing this little zapping, and maybe you're holding your breath kind of thing. Um, and it's kind of like, I don't really know what's going on. But when you think about it, that is affecting your body. So you can still be fatigued during radiation. So give yourself grace, rest, drink water. When it's all done, totally all done, you'll be able to move more. You'll start to slowly get that energy back. And it's an awesome thing. So good luck, Esmeralda. And I want to remind all of you too, if you're in chemo, you're in radiation, or you're having surgery, I'll put a link to my Amazon store of products that can help you through all of that. I've used it, or someone I know have used these, and they have helped. So sometimes we don't know what we don't know. Like, oh, there's something that's not a medication that can help me with feeling nauseous. There's something you can smell, and it's this little thing you can carry with you to chemo. It's great. You can wear wristbands. Radiation, there is different ointments that could be really helpful, and it's all in my Amazon store under categories, chemo, radiation, surgery. Also, that's where I have supplements that are proven to be boost your immune system. I'll say that. I don't want to, we can't prove anything's very like anti-cancer, but there are things that help your immune system fight off cancer. And those supplements are listed there, superfoods. But if you look at your diet as a whole, and everybody always asks, what do you eat? I'm really just trying to get more whole food in my diet. I was at a 5-year-old come and ask me for goldfish crackers. Would never eat those. But so like this morning is sourdough bread, it's avocado, it's eggs, it's spinach, it's some Parmesan cheese. Dinner yesterday, I had 2 dinners because I needed protein, was wild caught fish and rice with lemon and salt and pepper and some chicken that I cooked. I just meal prep a bunch of chicken and just cook it up with garlic, and it's just there to chop up and throw on a salad, or to, in this case, I chopped up and just threw in some soup that I had. So meals should just really be more whole food and less processed food. The better. That's it. I mean, that's my goal. I cannot overthink this or that. Um, At times, I was adding in some superfoods that I swore by, like ground flaxseed, you get more fiber and it can be really good for you. But then some studies say, oh, it does mess with estrogen. So it gets a little confusing. I say just get the most whole foods you can and do your best. Esmeralda says, doing good halfway through. Yay, you're getting close, Esmeralda. I'm so excited for you. As someone that did 30 radiation, again, I get it. So I hope you get to ring that bell after radiation or just celebrate in your own way, because I think it's important. I think it's really important to look back on those things and be like, I just did that. I did it. Pat on your back. All right. This month I am a little nervous. I'm going to give my first big talk in front of a big company in 2 weeks. And that's exactly the middle of the month. And I'm excited because I mean, I've talked to YouTube world forever, and I've given my story in some form. And I'm trying to tell myself, don't be nervous, but send me good vibes for that I can speak to a big audience of corporate people and tell them how you can get through tough times by just taking the next step. That's coming up. I also will be doing Phoenix Fashion Week in Arizona. I'm so excited for a Check for a Lump. And on a just personal note, I'm just taking time with my family. We're going to take a little trip to Sedona here in a couple days. My kids are getting bigger and it's a crazy thing. My son is 7, my daughter's 5, and I'm just really thankful I get to spend quite a bit of time with them. It's tiring. I'm like, oh man, but it's also life and it's so beautiful. So we have all kinds of activities and they have all kinds of classes they do, and I'm running, and if I'm having a day that I feel overwhelmed, I write it down. I have merch you guys can get. I'm loving my Beyond journal. A lot of my thought dumping goes into this. I'm like halfway through it, of things to write down, things on my mind, speaking, things I learn. You can find this on my shop if you want to live beyond cancer. I slapped the sticker on here from a friend. It says she laughs without fear of the future. That's from a friend of mine. But yeah, so writing things down and just creating the life we love.
Can you show me what the art box looks like from Elf on the Shelf?
Yeah, I can do it soon. Give me a couple minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mom.
Can you help me do it?
What do you guys think? Is it time to wrap up our live? I wanted to go as long as I could. We made it to 30 minutes. So if you missed being here live in person, come back, watch the playback. I'll splice this up to a bunch of shorts, but please comment. I'd love to hear from you. I want to know where you're at physically. I want to know where you're at in your journey. I want to know how you could be supported on this journey. As always, find links to everything in the description, to Amazon store, to any of it. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. Live your best life. Have a great day.